All right, Shalom. All praise, honor, and glory and fear to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Arakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and lead our nation. And peace and salutations to the hopeful elect striving for salvation during these electrifying times. I want to do just a quick little video regarding these hornets, these killer Asian bees, hornet bees or wasps. So I'm gonna play this quick video. This was uploaded on the 4th, so about 4 days ago. So I'm gonna play it and then I'm gonna go into some scriptures.
A massacre in the honeycombs.
There were dead bees all over the front of the hive, all over the bottom board, and they all had all been chopped to bits. They were decapitated.
Beekeeper Ted McFall says he went to check on a hive one morning in November and found an entire colony destroyed. 60,000 honeybees torn apart in a savage attack. About a month later, the alleged attacker was revealed. This Asian giant hornet found in Blaine, Washington, just a couple miles from McFall's property.
And all it takes is a couple dozen of the Asian giant hornets to show up and start lopping off heads.
Dubbed the murder hornet for its powerful sting and the way it decapitates its prey, this is the first time the world's largest hornet has been seen in the U.S. In its native Asia, Vespa mandarinia is notorious, seen on programs like Netflix's 72 Dangerous Animals. Washington State entomologist Chris Looney says the clock is ticking.
The goal is to eradicate it now while the population is presumably small.
If he and his colleagues can't wipe out the invaders this summer, they're likely to multiply and spread across the country with potentially disastrous consequences. They're counting on the public to help trap and track hornets back to their nests.
They have a 1-year life cycle, and so every year we can keep a nest from reproducing, then we win.
The hornets also pose a threat to humans. Adventurer and YouTube personality Coyote Peterson tracked one down in Japan to demonstrate how painful their sting can be.
Searing pain!
A few dozen stings can be fatal. Asian giant hornets kill around 30 to 50 people a year, and while Japanese bees have evolved to create self-defense systems, North American bees have no idea how to fight an alien predator like this. Bee Lives Matter experts say not just for honey, but the entire food system.
The pollination that honeybees do for our food supply cannot be understated. I mean, there's so many fruits and vegetables that are dependent on honeybees.
In other words, a threat to the bee is a threat to you and me.
Yep, which brings forth famine. So the bees play a extremely important part in the the food supply, food supply in throughout the whole world. Especially in certain populations, you have to have pollinated bees and they've been more and more seeming to become extinct. When I was a kid, you used to see bees every day. If you went outside, you saw a bee. Especially if it was anywhere near flowers or gardens and stuff like that, you saw bees. Now, you don't see bees like that. A lot of it has to do, I believe, with Esau. The stuff that he's putting in the chemtrails is shortening the lifespan of bees. But this man, that's Esau's MO, because what he does is he destroys the planet. He's been destroying the planet ever since he took over in power, and that's why we're coming into the time where he's coming out of power. Where the Most High is going to take him off the throne and give the Hebrew Israelites our Lord Yahweh Shai's kingdom, which is for Israel, to come into power. So the first scripture I'm going to go into, because this whole thing with these killer hornets, these things, this happened in the past, it's just coming back, is just showing you that the Most High is he's moving. We almost out of here. All these things that you see that's happening, that scriptures are backing up as prophecies and things that happened in the past, because everything is reincarnated. The Most High is bringing it back to the forefront to let you know these are signs that we're getting up out of here. So this is Deuteronomy 7 and 18. It says, "Thou shalt not be afraid of them, but shalt well remember what the Lord thy power did unto Pharaoh, unto all Egypt." Excuse me. So the modern day Pharaoh right now is Esau. Esau, you're in power. Pharaoh was in power during the Egyptian empire during the time when the Egyptians were in rulership. when we served slavery up under the Egyptians, talking about the Hebrew Israelites. We served our subjection in slavery, our captivity under the Egyptians. We're currently under this current slavery or this captivity under Esau. So you playing the role of Pharaoh. You're the modern day Pharaoh. It says the great temptation which thine eyes saw, and the signs and the wonders and the mighty hand and the stretched out arm whereby the Lord thy power brought thee out, so shall the Lord thy power do unto all the people of whom thou art afraid. So the Most High delivered our people during the biblical times back in Egypt with a great powerful with a powerful arm, with a powerful deliverance. At that time there were different signs and different wonders that the Most High showed before He did it, and He's going to do that again. The signs that you see that's happening throughout the earth now, we're vastly approaching a famine. You have everything that's going on in the news. Jake's still getting slaughtered in the street by Esau, by these Edomites. Representing that we're still under slavery, we're still in our punishing state, but that's going to soon come to an end, and 2/3 of our people are going to have to suffer one last destruction, one last judgment, and then after the 2/3 are destroyed at the same time, you're going to have 1/3 of the elect being delivered. That 1/3 of the elect is going to go into the kingdom of heaven to take our rightful place as leaders of all nations, and to be set up on high and to receive the blessings of the scriptures, because we're finished up with our curses. And then the rest of the 2/3 will be repopulated through the 1/3 and the elect. So these are all signs that are just coming to pass to show you what time we're in. Verse 20. So moreover, the Lord thy power will send the hornet among them until they that are left and hid themselves from thee be destroyed. So I'm not saying that these hornets gonna come and they're gonna destroy Esau or destroy the other nations or destroy our people or 2/3 of our people, but the point of the matter is that it's becoming a sign that you see. The Most High is showing it. He's showing it more and more of His signs. It's just another sign that was shown before the deliverers came through, and of our captivity in Egypt. And the same thing, the Most High is showing you the same signs that's gonna come through. The plague that's coming through, the coronavirus that's going on right now. That's a pestilence, a plague that's haunting the whole world right now. The Most High is showing He's showing His power by waving His hand through the earth, by showing you what? By all these different things that's manifesting in front of you. He's showing you, like the scriptures tell you in 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter. He beginning to visit the world which He made, and the end is manifest. It's manifesting before our eyes. Back verse 21, it says, "Thou shalt not be affrighted at them, for the Lord thy power is among you, a mighty power and terrible." This goes for right at this point in time for the elect. These scriptures are spoken to build up the strength and the faith and to get the true worshipers their rightful place as those that true believe, because the scriptures say when Yahweh come back, shall He find faith on the earth? The faith is going to come from the elect, the chosen, the hopeful elect that's been called and going to ultimately be chosen. Those are the ones who need not be afraid, because He's going to be with you. And the Lord thy power will put out those nations before thee by little and little, and thou mayest not consume them at once, lest the beast of the field increased upon thee. But the Lord thy power shall deliver them unto thee, and shall destroy them with a mighty destruction, until they be destroyed. And these are signs that show you that your destruction, I'm talking primarily to you elites and the rest of you nations, all you that fall up under those who made a tumult with Esau to try to get his new world order off and above the ground, to get it out there and make it to put it in motion. You're gonna be destroyed. We waiting for that. We waiting for you to stop pussyfooting around. We understand that it's clearly the Most High's timetable But Esau, you been putting this. The Most High put the spirit on you to put this in motion for a long time ago. So we know that we almost out of here. The moment the final elect member is sealed, this is it's on from that point on. Verse 24, it says, "And he shall deliver their kings into thine hand, and thou shalt destroy their name from under heaven." All you elites, man. You Rothschilds, you Rockefellers, you Gettys, you DuPonts, you Bushes, you Oppenheimers, all you 13 elite blood banking families that run the central banks, that run um, um, and they run Europe pretty much. Your names are gonna be destroyed under the heaven, and your names are gonna be replaced by the true rulers, starting with what Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, our Lord Yahweh Shai, King David, and the 12 disciples, which became apostles, and the rest of the men, the rest of the apostles and the men that are part of the 144,000. That's going to be the ruling governor class, the governing body that's going to rule in righteousness. Verse 20, I'm read 24 again. It says, "And he shall deliver their kings into their hands." They mean you're gonna be put in shackles. The scriptures tell you that in Psalms. It tells you that the elect is gonna have, double-edged swords in their hands, and they're gonna bind you with chains. Your noblemen, you're gonna be binded and shackled and chains and ushered into your full-fledged slavery. It says, and thou shalt destroy their name from under heaven. There shall no man be able to stand before thee until thou have destroyed them. And that's what we're waiting on. It says the graven image of their power shall be burned with fire. That's the thermonuclear missiles that's gonna come. It says, "Thou shalt not desire the silver or gold that is on them, nor take it unto thee, lest thou be snared therein, for it is an abomination to the Lord thy power." Because all our gold and silver is going to be returned to Israel. All our goodly things that you stole out of our temples, all the things that you got, all the riches got by deceit, is going to be you're gonna have to yield that up. It's going to be taken from you, just like your freedom is going to be taken from you, Esau. See, the thing about it is, we make these videos. A lot of these videos we make is for you, Esau. So we know you watch them. That's the spirit. We know you watch these videos. You watch these videos, and we just letting you know. These are direct messages to you. You the one that chime in and see what's going on, so you can check the timetable of how much rulership you have left. This is Joshua 24:9. It says, then Balak, the son of Zippor, king of Moab, arose and warred against Israel, and sent and called Balaam, the son of Beor, to curse you. But I would not hearken unto Balaam. Therefore he blessed you still. So I delivered you out of his hand. And ye went over Jordan and came unto Jericho, and the men of Jericho fought against you, and the Amorites and the Perizzites and the Canaanites and the Hittites and the Girgashites and the Hivites and the Jebusites, and I delivered them into your hand. These things are going to take place again. This happened during the time of Joshua, when Joshua led us to victory. These things took place. The Most High was with our people, and we took down these other nations. And it's going to happen again. Verse 12, "And I sent the hornet before you, which drove them out from before you, even the two kings of the Amorites, but not with thy sword, nor with thy bow. And I have given you a land for which ye did not labor, and cities which ye built not, and ye dwelled in them. Of the vineyard and olive yard which ye planted not, do you eat. Now therefore fear the Lord, and serve him in sincerity, and in truth. See, this is this week. That's what I'm coming into the point. The point is that he sent forth those hornets, and that's what you see now. These hornets they're coming through and they're breaching the United States, the coast of the United States, the shores and the soil of the United States. Now we don't know what the Most High gonna do with them, but they coming over here. They ain't left their habitat for no reason to come over here. So you need to decide who you want to serve. I'm talking to you Israelites out there that's watching the videos and seeing all the prophecies happening, and you've been paying attention to the videos, but you ain't made that full-fledged effort to come and serve the Most High and change your life over. You better pay attention. You're gonna have to make a choice, and that choice is coming up real soon. So you need to make that choice now. This is verse 14. So now therefore fear the Lord and serve him in sincerity and in truth, and put away the gods of which your fathers served on the other side of the flood and in Egypt, and serve ye the Lord. Because our people were always serving other gods, no matter what situation we was in. Our people as a nation, played the harlot by worshiping other gods. But the Most High is giving you a chance. I'm talking about those who have been called, those who the Most High is knocking on their door. Revelations 3:19. You have to answer that door. You got to make that. You got to answer that and make that change. Verse 15. And if it seems evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom ye will serve, whether the gods of which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites, in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. And that's how we all feel, brothers that's sincere in this truth. We feel that we serving Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua no matter what, first and foremost. So that choice wasn't hard for us to make. And the true elect, it ain't gonna be hard for you to make. Any brother out there that has the Most High haven't sealed yet, and he's gonna seal it, you'll make that right choice. But our other 2/3 of our people, you're gonna continue to serve the gods of the other nations. This is Baruch 4, and I'm starting at verse 21. It says, "Be of good cheer, O my children." Because I'm gonna bring this point out too. So the Most High is sending all these. He's sending all these plagues. He's sending these pestilences. He's sending these hornets. He's sending all these different things to show you as signs and wonders. They're not meant for you to be afraid. They're not meant for you to fear these things. These are things that that has to take place. You want them to take place, because every single prophecy that comes along that we see and filter through the scriptures, we know we closer and closer to the day of our deliverance. The day that we can be, get out of here and be saved. But at the same time, it's a balance to that. You Israelites out there who ain't paying attention and who just captivated under Esau's rulership and the way he's pushing society, and you want your life back, you want to go back to how things was, you got judgment coming your way. But those who the Most High is dealing with, don't be afraid of these things. Yeah, they're scary. It's scary times, because ain't no man that's ever been placed on the earth gonna see what's coming, ever seen what is gonna come. So it's gonna be scary, but we know we want this thing to happen, man. By any means necessary, get the hell up out of here. So it says, "Be of good cheer, O my children. Cry unto the Lord, and He will deliver you from the power of the hands of the enemies." Which that hand is held. The hand is attached to the body of Esau. This is, "For my hope is in the everlasting," that's Yahweh Shai, "that He shall save you, and joy is come unto me from the Holy One." The Holy One is Yahweh Shai. Because of the mercy which shall soon come unto you from the everlasting, our Savior. Now, how we prove this is Yahweh Shai, I'm going to get Daniel's. This is 7:27. Now, we all know that the kingdom that's coming is Yahweh Shai's kingdom. He's going to come and usher in that kingdom, and His kingdom is everlasting. So, and the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey Him. Who is the Him? Yahweh Shai. because this kingdom doesn't come until he comes, because he's coming, because we have no power, we have no might, we have no fight within us. That's why the scriptures say, wait thee upon me till I rise up to the prey. That's Yahweh Shai. We waiting on him. When Yahweh gives the green light to Yahweh Shai, our Lord and Savior, to go and get his chosen, go get his, and then get yours while you getting theirs. When you get, that's what it boils down to. The Heavenly Father going to give our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai the green light to go get his, and then go get his chosen, which is the elect. That has to happen in order for the kingdom to be here. So that everlasting is talking about here in Baruch is talking about Yahweh Shai. It says, verse 23, for I sent you out with mourning and weeping, but the Most High will give you to me again with joy and gladness forever. It's talking about his elect. That's who it's going to be giving. When you read in what is it? I believe it's John 17th chapter. Let me get it, man. Let me pull it right quick. I believe it's John 17. It's not John, it's Matthew, but yep, here. John 17:6. It says, I have manifested thy name unto the men which thou gavest me out of the world. Thine are were they, it's like it. Thine they were, and thou gavest them me, and they have kept thy word. So that they is those that the Most High gave Yahweh Shai to go get handpicked and manifest the name to and the truth to. Though, and that extends on to all the men that are called into this truth, that worship him in spirit and in truth. That's the day. That's who he's talking about. So when the scriptures say when the scriptures say I have sent you out with mourning and weeping, but the Most High will give you to me again with joy and gladness forever. That forever is talking about the kingdom. He's gonna go get the elect, give the kingdom unto them, and extend it on to the 2/3, the whole nation of Israel. It says, like as now the neighbor of Zion have seen your captivity, so shall they see shortly your salvation from our power, which shall come upon you with the great glory and brightness of the everlasting. Because all the other nations have seen Zion. You've seen us. You've seen the nation of Israel in captivity. We're currently in captivity. But soon the other nations, excuse me, the other nations, you're going to see our salvation. It says, my children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High, which we served that sentence of slavery. For thine enemy had persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction, and shalt tread upon his neck. The only ones who know this is going to happen is the hopeful elect. 2/3 of our nation and the other heathen nations, you don't know, have no idea that the so-called white man's on his way out. You have no idea that this man is about to be brought down in full destruction, and us Israelites gonna tread upon his neck, starting with the elect. Then in the kingdom, the rest of the whole nation comes in and get their portion of the kingdom, because they are part of the elect. I mean, so like they are part of the covenant. They're owed their portion. They're gonna have their feet on the so-called white man's neck too. Says, my delicate ones have gone rough ways, and were taken away as a flock caught of the enemies, which we were and still are. Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto the Most High, for ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. So the Most High ain't just brought us into this captivity and just hell just constantly coming upon us. He remembering us. And those who he given his name to cry unto him. And we do cry unto him. We cry on him for our salvation. We cry on for him to take this man down and to give us our kingdom that he's promised to us from the beginning. So for as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, which we did, So being returned, seek him 10 times more. So you have no business dealing with no other books or reading no other philosophies or any of that. Seek him 10 times more. I mean, keep your focus and stay on that narrow path and stay in these scriptures. Stay worshiping Yahweh Shem Yahushai. For he that have brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy with your salvation. Take a good heart, O Jerusalem, for he that gave thee that name will comfort thee. These are the comforting scriptures that come to your mind whenever you think about what's coming. Just think about all the comforting things that the Most High is going to do for us. It says, miserable are they that afflicted thee, and rejoice at thy fall. They're miserable. Like I said, you at least you watch these videos that we put out there, and you're miserable because you know everything that we're saying is lining up to what you're seeing in the earth. No matter how much you try to throw out the prophecies, no matter how much you delay, and no matter how much you want to stay in power, you're not. You're miserable because you know what? We're not just talking now. See, years ago, starting with the apostles and even us brothers who when we came in, the prophecies weren't jumping off the page like they jumping off right now. They are jumping off right now. And they screaming and they hollering. The scriptures say they shall speak and not lie. These prophecies are coming out. And now everything that we saying is coming to pass on a higher scale. You got a few prophecies left to just come forth in full fledged. Once that happens, you're done. You're done. You ain't gonna be able to do you ain't gonna be able to do any of the things you're doing, Esau. That's why you're miserable. You afflicted us and you rejoiced at our fall. But everything that falls down gets back up. Everything that falls down gets back up. I'm talking about if there's life in it, it's gonna get back up. That's the reason for something getting up. If it's still alive, it's gonna get up. So you expected us to stay down as a whole nation, but you didn't consider Yahweh Shem Yahushai's elect. Miserable are the cities which thy children served. Miserable is she that receiveth thy sons. The she is talking about the harlot. It's talking about America. America's the she. She's the harlot, the harlot that sat on the beast. It's talking about in Revelations. Primary, I believe it's in Revelation 17. That harlot. Your cities are miserable. It says, miserable are the cities which thy children serve, which we served here. Miserable is she that receiveth thy sons, and you received us in slavery. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin, and was glad at thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. What? When them 200 million missiles are launched directly at you. When it's launched at her being the harlot, America, aka America, Babylon the Great, for I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning. What happens before pride? Pride comes, well, actually, what happens, uh, the scriptures say, um, after pride comes a fall, comes a destruction, you know. So that pride shall be turned into mourning. So pride comes before a fall, before a destruction. So for fire shall come upon her from the everlasting. Yahweh Shai is gonna come, the missile's gonna come, and he gonna be zapping, he gonna be shooting from the chariots, he gonna be shooting laser vaporizing people. It says long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils of a great time. Those devils you can read about, and I believe it's Isaiah 34th chapter, talking about those desert creatures, those devils, those different creatures that dwell in deserts. It says, O Jerusalem, look about thee towards the east, and behold the joy that cometh unto thee from the Most High. Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sendest away. They come gathered together from they come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of Yahweh, which we can't wait, man. This has been already been taking place. We've been gathered by the word. Then the next thing left is the Most High is going to gather those who were gathered by the word by the holy angels. when Yahweh Shai come. So these are signs that we've been seeing that's happening. This Hornets that's coming along. It's in the scriptures, and we almost out of here. It's just another prophecy put forth to show us that we on our way out of here. So brothers need to just hold on, stay strong, stay focused, stay prayed, and praising Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, because we're in a great day. It's the time of the elect. The Most High is going to magnify his elect and get his elect up out of here. With that, I'm going to bring this lesson to a close. I want to say all praise, honor, and glory and fear to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Arakakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and lead our nation, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect striving. Shalom.